Hi there, meteorologist Ed Valley here. It's about 10 a.m. Wanted to get you a video update, and obviously we have our big coastal storm. A lot of rain along the coast. The Mid-Atlantic got crushed with rain. Heavy rain along the Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts coast, Boston, Hartford. Hartford has changed over to a mix, reporting some snowflakes in West Hartford from a client. Snow is starting to pick up in central and southern Vermont. You notice this band here in the Berkshires kind of moving due north, and then you get the storm actually off the Jersey coast. So as this storm, I'm going to pause the radar, moves northeastward here, you're going to see this start to move north, and eventually it's going to get kicked east. So how far north can it get before it gets kicked east? That's the million-dollar question, as it always is. And then the other thing with this storm, you see this banding showing up from about basically the seacoast of New Hampshire down through Worcester and Hartford. That's what we call deformation banding. That's where the heaviest amounts are going to be. And as expected, it looks like the Worcester Hills up into New Hampshire and Maine are going to get the worst of this. But even Metro West, Boston, the North Shore, Massachusetts, even into the northeast part of Connecticut, northwest Rhode Island, could see some pretty significant snow. So we want to just talk about how much and when it's going to end. So obviously the pink here is a winter storm warning, northeast Connecticut, northwest Rhode Island, all the way up Metro West, most of central and eastern Mass. Winter weather advisories here in purple. Notice nothing in western Vermont. As expected, this is an eastern New England storm for sure. So that's what we got. We also have high wind advisories along the coast. And just for good measure, a flood watch up in southeast Maine. So lots of fun. So we're going to just roll through this quick, and we'll give you a forecast, and then we'll be on our way. Doug will have a forecast here tomorrow afternoon taking us through the week ahead. So that preset moves in. We're right about, I guess you could argue, here in the evolution of the storm. Snow changing over in the mountains, even a mix again. Hartford is mix. Danbury's about to be a mix. And you see there where the storm was, and it's going to be moving northeastward. And you see what I mean. There it goes. It's going to go right off of Nantucket. And this is what usually happens. There's kind of what we call two main deformation bands in a snowstorm. So you get the main one. That's where the big time numbers are going to come in. Worcester, northeast Connecticut, most of central and eastern New Hampshire. And then what happens is there's actually usually a secondary band that sets up north and west. We call that, well, that's really the deformation band. So it's complex, but it means that the models sometimes miss this northwestern fringe. And if you look at some of our radar imagery, you're noticing really where that banding is starting to try to set up. It's going to set up really right along the spine of the Green Mountains here, up into the White Mountains. Okay, so it is there. It is going to continue through this afternoon. And what's going to happen is snow is going to shut off rapidly in Vermont this evening. Going to shut off in Connecticut and Massachusetts this evening. And then it's going to take its time here with the change to snow. It's still expected here along the eastern shores of Massachusetts between about 3 and 7 p.m., depending on where you are. And then it's going to be snowing this evening, a snowy evening for a lot of eastern New England here, with that snow ending really from southwest to northeast here overnight. Here's the look by 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. A couple lingering snow showers possible for New Hampshire and Vermont, but most of this is winding down, and we're going to be left with a dry day on Sunday. So here's what the European is showing for snowfall. I don't necessarily disagree with this. You see that 3 to 6 in the Berkshires, far southern Vermont, 1 to 3 along and west of the spine of the Greens, 3 to 6 along and east, and then the purple here is where you see 6 or more inches, and the pink is some even heavier amounts here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the wind as well. The wind is going to be very strong this afternoon. It's not too bad yet, but along the coast it's starting to get bad. And this afternoon we'll have gusts 30 to 50 miles an hour along the coast. That's going to create some power outages. And even where there's that heavy wet snow, we're still gusting to 30 to 40 miles an hour. So this is a very strong power outage risk later on today and tonight with this storm moving through. And if you don't see snow, here's the amount of rain you're going to see. Quite a bit of it. Almost 3 inches of moisture in eastern Mass with this storm. Again, some of that will fall as snow, but still quite a bit of moisture with this storm system. So here is our final snowfall map for northern New England. And you notice we shifted 3 to 6 line a little bit further east. Actually brought the 6 to 12 closer to the Mass Coast. Brought the 12-inch line towards Concord and Manchester now. But again, the cutoff here, pretty close to the Vermont-New Hampshire border, is going to be very significant. Not a lot west and a full-fledged nor'easter to the east. So that's where we're at here. If you have questions, please just reach out to us. We're happy to help. Otherwise, enjoy the storm, and we'll be back here tomorrow with another video.